Welcome back, denizens of the Omniverse, for episode 6 of season 2 of Fallout. Last episode, a lot happened. We spent a lot of time with Coop, as he finally confronts Robert House himself, or more than actually, House actually confronted him, already aware that Coop was being sent here to assassinate him. After a lengthy discussion about his predictability, his plans, what he kind of does with everything, with the technology he acquires, the things he knows, the things he's trying to know. There was this kind of chess game going on between the two of them. But one thing I do want to kind of circle back on that I think myself and a lot of people misunderstood initially, he wasn't predicting that the bombs would drop on his daughter's birthday. He was saying that that once she was born, the time and date of her birth is when his computations were able to discern that the end was coming. So it was the first sign that actually allowed his computers, his algorithms, to determine when it was going to be happening. So something about her birth, whether that's her directly, the choices that are made because of her existence, made by Barbara, made by Coop, bring about the end. And the one thing that he was still left to ponder, though, by the end of it all, that he's not sure about, is who else is playing this chess game against him. There's another entity out there that is working above these petty corporations. He's unsure who that person is. And then on top of that, where Barb lies in the mix of all of this, and also where Coop fits into all of this, because he was a variable that he was not accounting for. And now the question is, how does all of this factor into what eventually inevitably brings the bombs down? Norm's in a sticky situation. He's been outed and caught in his lies, and taken out temporarily, at least incapacitated as a result, from one of Bud's buds, the one that was his right hand before everything went to shit. Hank has been handed Lucy after Coop, bartered with her. She didn't take too kindly with that. So before he showed up for the exchange, she punched the Ghoul right out the window because he now knows where his family is, and she's a bargaining chip to make that happen. And it's it's just such a messy situation we found ourselves in. Our characters have all done, especially after everything that they've done together, the things they've seen, the growth between the two of them. It's just, where do we go from here? Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see, guys. If you want to see the full length reaction, as always, without all the stuff we got to do that gets us on YouTube, all the stuff we have to censor and cut out and all that kind of stuff, check it out over on Patreon. And you can get the same thing for all the other shows and movies we cover on the channel. You also can suggest and vote on what movies we react to each month. We have early access to some of the other shows that we have available over there as well. And it's a great way to support the channel, help us do the things we do over here. But at the end of the day, I really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. Please leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if not already, because it really helps these videos out. Huge shout out to the team over at Prepper for helping me edit down these highlights for you guys here on YouTube. And with that all said and out of the way, let's get ready to hop into episode 6. Here we go.
Which means we need to make some aesthetic choices. So, in actuality, this is what a 5-megaton blast will look like over Los Angeles.
The casual discussion of a nuclear blast going off in a major city while they're just chowing down is ridiculous.
Thinks that it would look too busy. See?
It would look too busy, except when it actually happens, that's what it ended up looking like.
The bad news is our water chips have a 30% fail rate.
Oh, great.
Good news is we'll know which ones fail before installation.
Interesting.
So we get to choose who runs out of water.
Oh my God. We're seeing that in action right now.
We'd be crazy not to offer specialized freeway lanes for our premium customers. I mean, that's just money on the table right there.
This is so fucked up. Oh. Fun. So is this before or after they had their talk?
Robco presents
Okay.
The Automated Man.
The Automated Man.
Spent a lot of time trying to make my machines more lifelike, but hey, works the other way around too.
Oh, you see him light up? So I wonder if they got in touch before or after all of this, while he was already here.
If this is the research you'd like to pursue in the vaults,
You must have missed the telegram. You were paying me for this. In exchange, I get cold fusion to power my little project in Vegas.
Okay.
And what project is that?
Private.
Might be above your pay grade. You'll find out about it after the bombs drop, I guess.
What the hell? Yeah, like you said, there's some other game at play. I want to know how involved she is, or if she ends up working for this other player. Yeah, I think, this is starting to eat away at her, maybe. Yeah, I think that was just so taxing on her just then to, like, sit through all the propositions. It's one thing to say it and propose it and put it on the table, but then to see the fucked up shit that all of these investors are bringing back to you probably takes a toll. Probably too, even more so after that conversation, assuming that took place after the fact. Yeah, he seems to be pretty, stuck, but alive.
Little help. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, nobody's really, going out of their way to help a ghoul.
Come on now. I need my valves.
Oh, not the hat.
I don't need the fucking hat.
Oh, no. Well, that's why we saw that flashback with the other one that was going feral or was on the edge last season. He's on the cusp right now without shooting up. Oh, good one. Good transition.
Last night I was thinking about when I proposed to you. You know, the thing that I can't figure out is, were you a monster back then? Or did you become one later?
Oof.
I know what you're planning to do, Barb.
Shit. No, don't you, damn it. I want to see the conversation. Wakey, wakey, sugar bomb. Just nice at home here with Papa. Well, the backdrop is even kind of made to mimic her own from the vault. Dial 0 when you're up. Or not. I'm surprised that wasn't locked. What the fuck are they doing here? Oh, they've probably been automated.
Morning. Beautiful day, isn't it?
Yep. Yep. How many people has he already gotten to? Oh my goodness.
Oh, please, after you. I insist you go. Oh, no. Please, after you. Coffee?
Holy shit. And they're making more. He turned this shit around fast.
Here you go, Shelley. Fantastic. Can you take those out of your way?
Where did these people even come from? the settlements outside, the different factions. I mean, we saw some of Caesar's Legion out there. I mean, who knows? I mean, he could be picking off people left and right from New Vegas or going off to get his own. Now that he's got even a handful of people, he can send the worker ants out to do more of the infection, if you want to call it that. I mean, it is in a way. Or how many of these people volunteered? I mean, the one dude, while he was strapped down, was like, yeah, sure, go for it. Or Snake Oil Man. You were supposed to call. I wasn't expecting you so soon. I'd love to know what you're fucking doing here, man. All quiet on the Eastern Front?
We never got to discuss all quiet, did we?
There's a Western Front, whatever.
To me, everyone seemed to be fighting over nothing. French and the German, what was the difference between them, really? I mean, other than the uniforms. I saw the same thing up on the surface. People fighting over the most petty things, like bottle caps. Is that what you saw when you were there?
Pretty much. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Currency, money, just changes form, changes hands.
Change.
Yep.
It's ironic. To feel safe, we have to hurt people, even kill them. Because
I'm bringing you back to Vault 33 to face justice for murdering the citizens of Shady Sands.
For a second there, I thought the wasteland had changed you.
Not completely.
If you want to make this official, you should use...
What are you doing?
Surrendering.
What's your game?
Why?
I did what I did to protect you, but maybe it came at too high a price.
Only a little bit.
And there comes a time in a man's life when he has to take responsibility for what he's done, and for me, that time has come.
I don't trust this.
Do you remember the field with the potato batteries when you were 5?
Let's go.
Trying that manipulation right there. Trying to weaponize the nostalgia, the innocent moments, and win her over. Make her reevaluate all of this. I am curious about this. I'm glad we're finally back here. Because the one component that was missing from Robert House's big grand plan was cold fusion. And he replaced it with other power, but not as efficient. So I'm wondering if this is on its way to Vegas, I presume, as many things seem to be heading that direction. If there's something there that can be put into that will enact something.
We gotta sell it, huh?
No.
Absolutely not. Why? We're not.
Yeah, right. Of course. Not gonna.
He can't get over the caps, man. All caps all the time.
We do a trade.
No, we're not giving it away.
Oh, we're abandoning the armor. I mean, makes sense, I guess. Can't bring it with him.
We definitely gotta sell it.
I mean, he doesn't know how to even utilize it or implement it.
We'll give it to the right person, a good person.
Name a good person, seriously.
That girl I met.
Aww.
The Vault Dweller.
Yeah. Oh, the way he lit up.
I would be a good person, too, if I grew up on top of a mountain of food and supplies and some cozy little impenetrable home. Wouldn't look like this, that's for sure.
Oof. I mean, true. He makes a very, very valid point.
But if we sell it, guess what? Then we'll be rich, and then we'll have the means to be one of those good people you're talking about.
Not quite how that works.
So I've seen a lot of things, like crazy things. But good people, no.
I guess I'm the lucky one. Coming from Shady Sands, I remember good people.
Yeah.
Well, if you're the lucky one, then we're both screwed. No offense.
Aw. No, surely none taken right now. I like that. That was a really nice oh, God. Oh, this is not a damn person the entire day helped him out, and he's just convulsing. But I like that conversation about how she was allotted and afforded the ability to be a good person because she didn't have to live in the world along with everybody else. Go into her father's thing, and it was like people fight to survive. Like counterintuitive thing. We put ourselves in danger by killing one another. In order for us to feel safe, we got to remove. Like, the violence is necessary for us to feel safe. We can't believe in good people that we don't know, that don't exist, that are not in front of us, or maybe we don't even believe it. It's either in some way self-serving, or it's about ours and protecting them that we have to do it. And then it's just for perspective and which side. Like I said, at the end of the day, what were they fighting for? It just depended on what uniform they were saying, what side of the fence. Again, you know, you and yours. It's a fun little play on tribalism. I love the way that Attack on Titan goes into it. I think that's one of the best iterations of that that I've seen, especially in recent years. But it's that idea of like the disconnect, the divide, the perennial cycling of these things, because then you perpetuate, and then, you know, if you take the life of the other, then you go into the cycles of revenge or retaliation, and it just begets more of the same, and it doesn't end. And he's trying to like force it to end. I mean, that's what he was trying to do, but then he just saw that he kind of did the same thing on a very different scale, assuming any of his words could be taken true in this moment. But, you know, he clearly believes in what he's doing here. But I love how that also kind of informs on what they were just talking about. You know, this idea that she's allowed to stay unburdened by that because she's been removed from the natural cycle of things, from, you know, the food chain, so to speak. But it's not wealth that got her there. It was a lot of other circumstance, and obviously, you know, the circumstances of her birth, things she didn't necessarily get to control. But it, you know, same with, though, like to Maximus's point, he was born in Shady Sands. You know, it just, you know, he knew good people. He knew that before all of this, and I think that's one of the reasons he's kind of in this in between, where he's constantly torn between all this thing. But again, everybody in this is doing what they think is the right thing. At the end of the day, too, it ironically, or maybe not ironically, but like it's also kind of keeping the wheel going. You know, by him turning on the Brotherhood the way he did was no different, really, than them turning on each other the moment they had the chance. Because everybody thinks they're saving the world, going back to a previous old point, they just disagree on how to do it. You know, it's I love the way this franchise deals with some of these existential kind of themes.
My name is Cooper.
Oh, wow. He's trying to remember his name. He's hanging on, just like the one guy repeating his name in his final moments. Wow. Final moments before Cooper blew his brains out.
I have a daughter. Her name is Janey.
I really hope he doesn't die. I don't know what this show would be without him and this character.
She's alive. My daughter's alive.
Yeah. Use that. That will. Dude, he's got such a long way to go, though. He's gonna slip and just go right back down. Or not. Or, oh, he just wasn't fast. No! God damn it. I wonder if the more they're wounded, the faster the ghoulification goes. Oh no, whoa, what the? It's not a death claw, right? No, what is that? I was gonna say, like, why would one be walking just down the regular old street? Oh. Wait. Is this a super mutant? It's gotta be, right? Fuck! Son of a bitch! Oh, you two relax.
The triple cousins doesn't cut it anymore.
Triple cousins doesn't cut it anymore. What the fuck does that even mean? You're not incesty enough? Oh, what the fuck? We just shifted aspect rate.
Well, I don't know, but I've been told uranium ore is worth more than...
All right.
Uranium fever has gone and got me down. Uranium...
What the hell is happening? This has to be in his head or something. Yeah. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, she's shutting this shit down. I mean, they are just wasting resources. This should have happened a long time ago. Let's be real. That's what was really happening. Okay. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Reality versus...
By order of Overseer Betty Pearson, the snack budget for the products of the inbreeding support group has been rescinded.
Yep. Goodbye.
You can dissolve the inbreeding support group, but you can't take away our snack budget.
No, that's the important thing.
In my office now. No, we can have this conversation right here.
Sure.
We're running out of water, and you're feeding people salty snacks.
We're giving the people what they want.
You fucking idiot, dude.
You don't get extra rations because of who your parents were.
Actually, this is still America, so yes, you do. We're all down here because of who our parents were. Our ancestors put themselves first.
I mean, that's true, but that doesn't change your situation right now.
I'm not ashamed of that anymore.
Well, that has nothing to do with what's happening right now.
You're from Vault 31. I know things are different there. You 31ers are just plumb different somehow.
Please. During the Weevil famine.
I mean, that's true.
I don't want to hear about the Weevil famine anymore.
But
it feels good to hear someone finally say that out loud.
Oh my God, though. How do you not realize that we have little water, little food, and you're just doing this? I'm sorry. Am I crazy? I feel like I'm the crazy one right now. That I'm siding with her, with Betty.
Have you seen Woody?
Hey, what about Woody?
I was meant to play checkers this morning.
Oh, wait.
I don't even like checkers. I only play because it seems to make Woody happy. But who doesn't want to make Woody happy?
Is Woody Dylan?
I know she's your wife, but sometimes she can...
Excuse me, Davey. She's not my wife.
They keep saying that. Yeah, that is him.
Fiancé.
Also still no.
Congratulations.
So I mean, what did he expect? You know, going to the overseer. I mean, that's the naivete of all of this. Is like, even though he knew she was seemingly corrupt, he still followed the chain of command, which involved reporting that he knows what she's up to her, who was doing the whatever. Oh, whoa, wait, what? That's news to him. It's just a smoke screen to distract everybody. It's gotta be. Yes, yes, yes. What's this? Because that thing hanging outside of this church looked familiar to me. Yeah, like those sacks hanging up and shit like that. Am I getting my games mixed up?
Uranium.
What the hell?
Good for you. Fuck.
Yo, that's rough. What a shot. Going right through his stomach.
There's a war coming and we need you healthy.
What the hell? There's a war coming and we need you healthy.
Be still. You'll slow the healing.
Oh, yo.
They call us abominations, but they created our kind.
Hey, you and me got bit by a different motherfucking bug, my friend.
Ghouls, mutants.
Yeah.
Drove us to the point of extinction and forgot we ever existed. But we didn't forget them. The people who set all this in motion. The Enclave.
Oh?
Whatever it is I got to do, I do it alone.
And how's that working out for you?
I've kept myself alive for one reason, to find my family.
So with that in him now, does he no longer need the chems?
If you won't join our kind,
yo, wait.
Then you can't know where we live.
Is that Ron Perlman? He just keeps getting in shitty situations.
I'm not a board member. I am your husband. I don't care about your fucking statistics.
Statistics? This is about Janey.
Yep, there it is.
Would kill millions of people. Billions of people. Other mothers just like you. Other daughters just like our daughter.
Wouldn't you?
Kill the world to save your daughter.
For Janey. Wouldn't you?
That is an interesting question to pose.
There are worse people out there than me, Coop.
Who could possibly be worse than you?
Wow. Securing her spot, securing her place with the vaults for her daughter, but because I guess at this point, like they think it's like
cold fusion diode is stored at Vault-Tec.
Oh,
Who monitors it? Everything. Is that a good idea? None of this is a good idea.
yeah. When you're dealing with people like this is where I'm trying to like get in her headspace here, in her perspective, and you're dealing it with all these people. With the already potential existing on the horizon because of the war itself, and then all these other interested parties who are just kind of puppeteering the world in their own way, shape, or form, it's almost like it's inevitable, right? And this is her trying to secure a future for them that allows them to survive everything. It's not necessarily, maybe not that, it's like if you're going to do it, you might have to do it yourself, but it's accepting the reality that these people might just be dead already, but she's like focusing on saving her daughter. But at the end of the day, she's talking about potentially hitting the button herself. That's making the decision yourself rather than having that decision taken out of your hands because of inevitability. If you hit the button, you hit the button or whatever. I don't know. There's an interesting conversation to be had about their perspective on it, because like if she does it because she loves her more than everybody else, it goes back to what Lucy's father was saying and all this kind of shit, like you and yours and who you're fighting for and whatever, you know. It's like everybody else be damned, I'm protecting us. And he was like, you would kill other people like you, other mothers just like you who have daughters just like Janey, just for our daughter. Like thinking about on the macro scale, thinking about other people. It's just a very different at odds, you know, conversation there, or they were on different sides of that.
You're just a very replaceable part in this machine.
Oh my God, is it? Yes, it is. It's the Enclave.
We're all in the same boat. And not one of us can stop it. You know that. You wake up knowing it.
Yeah.
You tell them the only way to guarantee results is
by dropping the bomb ourselves.
And that's the other player at the table, the Enclave.
This is not one of your movies with a happy ending. This deal is going forward whether we like it or not.
Yeah. She's trying to make sure they make it out on the other side.
You know me.
I don't know you, Barbara.
God damn.
Where are you going?
To fucking do something.
Yeah, he's not one to set back and just let things play out. But look where it brought him back to. I love how this is steadily escalating like this. This ramp up this season, I have no idea where it's going to, like how it's going to come to a head.
My daughter is here to pursue the cause of justice. And we like justice, don't we?
Yeah.
Where
did you find them all?
Oh.
Hey, yeah, that's what I was... All over. Okay.
So many people need our help. Like Marjorie.
Oh, we're going to go through them.
You used to be kind of a murderer, right?
I guess.
Now she's a pencil sharpener and a darn good one.
Guess if he's picking people who are...
Sherman and Gregory were from opposing tribes. If they'd met each other a month ago, they'd have killed each other.
Oh, this is how he starts to sell her on
She
what
used
he's
to cook
doing.
people for the Legion.
Oh my God.
Let's go this way. Management perk.
Yeah, he's giving her a curated tour to try to sell her on what he's doing.
I just want to let you know that you're free now, okay?
Free?
You can all go back to the surface now.
Do we have to?
It's dangerous out there. But my daughter's moral code demands it. But we like it down here.
Do you actually, or because he programmed you to?
Tell you what, you can stay here as long as you like, but when we leave, we're gonna open all the doors.
But then people can come in. Oh.
Sorry to derail the conversation. Just a flag. What are we doing with these two males? They haven't been fixed yet. Should I just go ahead and do it now?
Great question.
Oh my God. Oh, fuck.
Send them off as is.
Oh.
It's what she wants.
Okie dokie.
No,
And it begins. Just, yeah, this is all curated. All right, here's one of these pencils. She did sharpen real good. Oh! Oh my God! Holy shit. Hold up, real quick. I wouldn't be shocked if these two were set up specifically with those chips to do this exact dance for this exact purpose, set up to make her do this herself and choose his way by the end of this. Would not be surprised in the slightest if that was what was happening here.
You okay?
Well, I seem to have found myself in a bit of a jam.
You help me out? Sure.
Got a couple staples in your head.
Let's get you some help.
Unfortunately, though, that's just not natural. That's just not free will. It's,
Kumbaya.
It's just... it's the shit. It's God, it's in a very different way, the pluribus question. The pluribus debacle. Check out my reactions to that over on Patreon. They'll be coming to YouTube at some point, but they're all over on Patreon right now.
This is nice.
So he kidnapped him to try to steal Cold Fusion and get it away from them. Is that how... Wait. Or... Yeah, wait, hold on. What's he...
Thanks for having me over, Coop. You know, for some reason, I didn't think you liked me very much.
Yeah.
I hope you like him strong, cowboy.
Nice. Good cut. Wait. Is that the virus? That's FEV, isn't it? It's not Cold Fusion.
Hey.
I told you not to do anything. Wait, what the? Oh, right. It was never in the briefcase, just like with the guy from the Enclave last season. It was in him. The whole thing with the head, completely forgot about that. Oh, hello. What an interesting little pairing we're about to have. Because the super mutant, that was like, sounded like him kind of growling. Did he just bring Coop to them? No, he knocked him out so he didn't know where he was housed. But that's interesting. I mean, they just saw a fellow mutant of sorts and was like, hey, we could use your help. And he was like, no, thank you. I'm going this alone. They're like, all right, cool. Setting up that whole thing on the outer rim of all these other conflicts we've seen so far. And there he is. And they left him here. It's like, all right, cool. You can go on your own, but I'll take you out there.
Hey.
Fun. Now that's a dynamic trio I didn't quite expect. They've got history. They've got fun history. But yeah, so I think like kind of in the way that this stuff with New Vegas, the way we went all out here for all of this, I think that might be setting up something for like season 3, 4, whatever. I don't know how long they want to drag this story out for, or how long the roadway or the runway is for this show with what they have in mind for this story. But this like thing is like, hey, this is coming. You know, we're coming together. We need all the help we can get. It's us versus them. You know, they did this to us, you know, this whole little thing. So he's like rallying ghouls. He's rallying super mutants, it seems to be. And he was like extended an offer, extended a hand, saved his life then. Gave him a power core of his own, apparently. Like, just like straight up uranium. Shoved that in. You know, he said, you know, bad for them, good for us. Yeah, they thrive on that. And he put it inside his gut and it just started to close. So I'm wondering if that solves his need to keep shooting up the chemicals that keep the full ferality from taking over. And God, it was painful watching him go through it after what we've seen it do to other ghouls last season. And knowing, especially because we got to know him so well, his story and where he is and what's going on and his quest. And, you know, he almost had it there with the pure force of will powering through. My daughter's alive. I got to do this. And him pulling. And then just he started convulsing and he lost his grip. Interesting that this super mutant just kind of like strutted into New Vegas. Into the city itself, and like he was like, yeah, let me take you here. That was Ron Perlman, right? I didn't let the credits play out. I want to take a look. I'm almost certain it sounded like him and it looked like him from the little bit we could see there. Yep, and Ron Perlman. All right, yeah, awesome. I know he had done a voice in the games once upon a time. Because I saw a clip of him talking about it, how he didn't know what it really was or whatever. He just did a couple lines and didn't even know if he wanted to do it or something along those lines. I can't remember. Something about him talking about having done voice lines, voice recording for a Fallout game at one point in his career. I don't remember which one it was. I thought it was like 1 or 2. I wonder if he's that character. He's done opening and closing narrations in 1, 2, 3, New Vegas, 76, Tactics. He's the newscaster in 4, Butch Harris in Fallout. That's probably the one I'm thinking of from that conversation. I wonder if this is a new character or just be like, hey, he shows up all the time. Let's just have him show up in this. I'm going to assume it's not going to be the same character, but just maybe just like, hey, Ron Perlman in the show because he's like our Sid Highwind or Sid, whatever. I don't know. That's interesting. But yeah, Coop confronting Barb about this and like just completely devastated. Like they're on 2 different sides and wanting to go about this in 2 very different ways because like, yeah, he is kind of used to the world being in the way that he sees it, like his moral compass, right? He wants to fight it. He wants to stop it. This isn't what he wants. You know, he's still believing that the bombs can't drop. She's inside of this, hearing all the people talk, knowing the statistics, knowing the numbers, and that even if they don't, whatever, you know, we're doomed, you know, and we better be doomed. It'd be best to be doomed and in control and save ours than doomed and lose everything alongside the rest of the world. And then the Enclave here, I forget his actual name, the character name from season 1. him coming in here and being like, this is what you need to tell them. Stop fucking around, and get this done. So it's the Enclave pulling the strings, which I did clear it up. The Enclave is the remnant government at the end of the day, or this like super sect of the U.S. government, I believe, that was their faction that survived into the apocalypse. So I presume then that's who Robert House has been trying to figure out who is actually pulling the strings. Now, we don't know any major players beside that. He's just yet another pawn in that organization, and they're pulling the strings on Vault Tech and everything else, because through the vaults themselves, they can monitor the data on everything, all the experiments, all of the research, the fruits of that labor, and everything is fed into that. You know, it's this massive, large-scale spider web of control and knowledge, and House is the only one who's trying to maintain his autonomy, which fits in with this whole... Well, it's kind of ironic with this whole thing being about, like, taking autonomy away, especially with this human automaton project that we saw here being mass implemented now by Hank in the present day, perfected, and then, dude, he lit up when he saw that in that little board meeting. So he's had his eye on that for a long time. So I'm wondering if he's been working with Robert House from the jump, from the onset of that whole project, or if that was something he fell into after the fact, or from within Vault-Tec, he was the guy on the end, like the way that Barb is the in or the mouthpiece for the Enclave within these corporations and feeding this intel to the others, and House, you know, has Hank. I don't know. But Hank is now, you know, talking about these, like, what would you do, you know, if you knew the world was going to end? Would you rather take the reins of it and try to control it, or would you try to just fight it and try to save whoever you can save? What would you do, man? Like, that's the moral quandary of it. What would you do to try to save your loved ones? Like, would you doom the rest of the world to spare yours? That's such a wild predicament to be in. You know, and Coop just like, how could you even consider all of that? You know, we talked enough about that earlier in the reaction. And then like with Hank, you know, this whole like, it never ends. It really never ends. Like, even like when we're rooting for our hero to do whatever, like when I was like, I got called out on it too. It's like, ironically, that's just kind of feeding in with the whole mentality of everything, when I was like cheering on for Maximus just to take over this place and try to set it on its own path, is just exactly what they've been saying this entire time. Is you were rooting for him to do exactly what they have been doing this entire time, to kill, to take over, to maim, to make it his, because we think that's the right path and they just think their path is, and we all just simply disagree. And it's just what everybody is doing. And then here you have Hank putting Lucy in what I can only presume is a scripted event to force her to see things his way. Putting her in that scenario. I think that whole thing was rigged. Like that was calculated to bring those two in here for this exact reason, to make her hit the button. See, this is what I'm offering, especially when it's like, hey, see, she wants you to go back out of the way, so I guess you guys got to go back out there. It's going to be terrible. You're going to die. To be fair, like they're not even who they were anymore at this point. So, and as, to be like he said, these are all, one's Cook's people, one's a murderer. The other people were ready to kill each other. They're from opposing tribes who are unwilling to ever see eye to eye. It's that quandary of loss of self, loss of choice, loss of will versus peace. Is what we're losing worth what we're gaining? You know, that's the lovely dance in Pluribus. Man, if you have not watched that show, please watch that show. It is so good. I'm sure everybody's tired of hearing about it, and everybody's singing its praises, but it's just some good shit, man. But that's a lot of that dichotomy that's kind of a discussion now. You know, how much of what makes us human, what makes us this free-willed animal species on this planet, how much of that is part of the problem, and how much of that is worth keeping, even though we're destroying each other in the world. You know, it's such a fun ethical and moral quandary. And now, though, I do think it's kind of funny. It's got to be set up for this, but like for Cooper to, one, all of this is out on the table between him and his wife, and I guess this friction is what's inevitably going to cause them to split. But she's got the cold fusion in hand. I don't know what she's going to do with that. Obviously, it winds up with the Enclave, and then he smuggles it out for whatever reason. Initially, there's a lot of interplay going on. You know, like, why did he end up running away with it? For Moldaver, it was delivered to her. Like, there's this, and is she already involved with the Enclave? No, because she's a wholly different sex. So he has to, he sees like there's no way out of this as well. Like he said to her, like, he's kind of given himself over, and maybe after a point he no longer felt that way and kind of started to go the Cooper route. He's like, okay, I'm going to believe in something. I'm going to push back. I'm going to fight or do something, and he finally did. It's interesting to see like this point in time with this character versus where we were introduced to him. It's almost like a complete 180. But I liked seeing that, though, because it's kind of where our characters are all kind of inevitably going to be flipping in some way, I feel like, in some way, shape, or form. But the fact that we had that going on with their split, and then, you know, and then in the present day, that drive, now that he knows they're alive, he can't really give up. But he was in this recruitment little session here with the super mutant, trying to get him in here to join their cause. And he's like, no, I can't. But it was just this kind of like, here, saved you, bye. A little convenient, lot convenient. But I definitely feel like that's setting up for whatever the next stage of this story arc is going to be, a storyline is going to be. Especially considering the Vault stuff. Coming back to it, the FEV program. The whole thing that Norm has uncovered is what created the super mutants. Well, like you said, they did this to us. And he's like, I think a different bug bit you than what bit me. I was like, to them, we're all the same. It doesn't really matter. That's why he chose to unify and try to help him. Because obviously, this is how it feeds into it, and how this is setting it up pretty organically, because he noticed this as well. Maybe he had been keeping an eye on him for a long time. I'm sure this guy's got a reputation. I mean, a lot of people knew who he was to go seek him out and dig him up. So I'm wondering if he knew he was in the neighborhood. Maybe he sought him out for that reason, or maybe he was just seeking out ghouls in general that were coming through the wastes in that neck of the woods. But, you know, as we saw, everybody else ignored him all day long, all night long, left him on that post, did nothing to help him while he was sitting there going feral. Until the super mutant showed up. It's like this us and them, this other big picture war that might be coming around the corner as we're building up to what Voltec was doing with this virus, or potentially was going to be doing with this virus. Yeah, like there's some fun interplay happening here with how some of these things, again, like I was mentioning before, we got a lot of puzzle pieces, but it's still, some of them, there's still gaps. We still don't have the full picture yet, but you can start to see these things coalesce. Like just now when I was talking about it, was like it felt convenient and out of place, but the more I talk about it, the more it seems very calculated and purposefully tied in to everything else. And I'm washing those words out of my mouth at the moment, just kind of talking about it. But bringing it back to Cooper, who is now with Maximus and Thaddeus here. Funny bringing it back to him, those two, after their standoff at Philly. After everything that happened between the two of them there, I don't recall those two having any other interactions after that point. Not to come to mind. So I'm curious to see how that dynamic's going to play out. And then maybe them showing up together to help Lucy in the end, because that's who he's after, is Lucy. And inevitably, I mean, Lucy's at the place where Cooper needs to get to anyway. So, especially now that he knows that they're alive. Yeah, fun stuff, man. Solid episode. We got our penultimate next week, and then the finale a week after. I'm excited to see where we go, man. But guys, what did you think of this episode? How do you feel about all the things that we're juggling with all of this right now, especially these little ethical dilemmas? I'd be curious to get your all's thoughts and feelings on, like, the whole situation with Coop and his wife, or the situation with Hank and Lucy, with the whole little thing in the boardroom there. Not the boardroom, they're a little, like, office with the whole like spectacle we put on. Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full reaction without all the editing we gotta do to get this on YouTube, you can check it out over on Patreon. And speaking of, before we go, I want to shout out Lily Chan Son, Kiana Chanel, McGreg, Angela Berg, Calvin Brindley, Sleepy Bastard, Theodore Wolf, and Amy Beckett. Thank you guys so much for becoming saviors here on the channel. Help us sponsor and support the rescues that have been taking care of here at the office. You guys have been a tremendous help. With all that, we're getting our vaccines renewed for everybody. Andy's sick, but he seems to be getting a little bit better, so we might be on the up and up on that front. But you guys have been helping out with a lot of that, and I really appreciate that. And then a huge shout out to you guys over on Patreon, you the legends, the patrons, especially. I want to give you guys a big old massive shout out, because without you, we wouldn't be able to do most of what we do here on the channel. You guys keep the ship sailing forward. You allow us to get through a lot of these hurdles and cover as much as we do, and without you guys, this channel would not be what it is right now. And of course, I want to thank you guys here on YouTube, because without y'all, we wouldn't even be here. Again, thank you guys so much. But that's just for you guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.